an ounce, 24.2. And not to forget, of course, the copper, which is up about 105%. Pretty positive situation when it comes to commodity markets. On the other side, we also have the Bitcoin inching higher, up about 0.64% at 62,390. Ether is well above the flat line at $3,813. And of course, pretty positive performance also for the Ripple, which is up about 2% at 0.10. Anyway, let's get back very quickly to commodity markets since it's pretty interesting. Let me bring to the show Phillip Streible, Senior Market Analyst, Blue Line Futures. Good morning, Phil, and thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Phil, what's driving this positive sentiment when it comes to, of course, crude oil, which is on a rally mode, along with precious metals?
Crude oil has just been rolling along. I mean, the supply and demand structure indicates that prices should continue to move higher. We've got limited supply in the U.S. and also globally. There's supply squeezes going on, especially over in Europe. China is trying to buy all the crude oil that they possibly can. OPEC's not raising production. U.S. isn't raising production, and the demand continues to pick up. So the trajectory of prices at this rate, we could hit triple digits by the end of the year.
What about the gold? I mean, from one side we have positive equity markets, higher treasury yields, and on the other side we have higher gold prices. How do we explain this coincidence, if we can call it like that?
Okay, gold is only going up today because of the fact that the dollar had started its breakdown. Pull up a chart of the dollar index. You could see that sell-off there corresponds with that higher upturn in the gold market. However, if you connect some of the recent highs on gold stemming back to about 1915, I think it's 1835, and then coming down to the most recent attempt at 1800, we would expect gold futures to fail right around $1,800. So we're not real bullish on gold. We do have people that will be long gold forever just because of the nature of them. But really, gold is going to be affected by higher yields, and also you'll see a shift out of that asset and other asset classes that are running away.
And what about the silver? Take a look at it. It's probably one of the best performing assets when it comes to precious metals. So far, silver is up about 3.61%. What's the reason for this surge in prices?
I can tell you that silver's only Achilles heel is its correlation and relationship to the gold market. If it could break away, which it's attempting to today, the chart pattern from silver to gold are completely different. Silver needs to follow other metals like copper, platinum, palladium, and move up on that level. And once you get that kind of breakaway, then the wheels are off. The training wheels are off on silver. So silver could go 25, 6, 7, 8 in no time at all. It's just the fact that will gold go up to 1,800? Start the funds come in and start selling it, and does silver run out of steam at that level?
What is the copper suggesting, in your opinion?
There's a big shortage on copper right now. The demand, picked up significantly. We did see some economic data that would support it. And if you look technically, there was a big triangular wedge that we were all watching. I mean, it was fixed on everyone's screens as a little chart in the corner to keep an eye on. Once you saw that breakout to the upside, it was game on. So, copper prices could go back up to their all-time highs very easily.
And of course, I just wanted to move very quickly to cryptocurrencies. Pretty interesting situation over there. We have the Bitcoin inching towards its all-time highs. We're just about $2,000 away. Let's say today is going to be the first US Bitcoin futures exchange traded fund debut. And not only the ProShares ETF will provide exposure to Bitcoin futures contracts, agreements to buy or sell the assets later for an agreed upon price rather than Bitcoin itself. So this is certainly, if we can say, a broader acceptance since it's backed by the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission. I was wondering, what's your target on the Bitcoin and how do we have to position, in your opinion?
I got to wonder if this is going to be a buy the rumor, sell the fact. If we get up to that all-time high, the ETF, it becomes enabled and the market posts its top there. What I don't like about the ETF is that it's going to use futures. If you look at the forward curve on Bitcoin futures, it's in contango. The farther out you get, the more expensive it is. So this ETF is going to essentially buy Bitcoin futures And then when it comes up for expiration, it's going to have to sell them and roll forward at a higher price, which puts the investor in the ETF at a strong disadvantage. I've seen this before with, products like USO and some of the natural gas ETFs in the past, where that rollover ends up costing people profits. So I think if you're going to play Bitcoin, just buy Bitcoin. Why do you need this ETF?
So you think that this bullish trend is going to be a short-term trend?
Yeah, I don't believe. Yeah, I'm not a big believer in Bitcoin. All these different proxies picking up, and it's just becoming more diluted like anything else. So I really think that Bitcoin was a very unique product, and I think that people will end up divesting out of Bitcoin and going into other cryptos like Ethereum.
Thank you very much, Phillip Streible, Senior Market Analyst, Blue Line Futures. Thank you for joining us and have a great day ahead.
You too.
So once again, I just wanted to move